Hello my acquaintances, sorry for the lighting in this video. I have not quite figured out how to get my ring light going with the outlets being taken up by this. So this is my setup. So far I am still waiting on my mouse, but I'm just gonna go through what I did to build this PC, first PC build, and how I kind of modified it to look the way it does. So I'll go through a little tour real quick. Desk with a shelf for CDs, and that's my disc reader. And then the top shelf I just have spare parts on right now, or like not, or the boxes to parts, some of them are spare parts. And then the actual case sits down there, monitor sits on the desk. This mouse does not have a scroll wheel, so I can't use it, even though it's really cute. And then I'm currently just using my mouse that I've been had. PC build was originally a sleeper with the iMac G3 power, the power case, power tower. Unfortunately, I did not have the skill set or materials to pull that off correctly. We're trying again and again and again. Frying the motherboard that I had in there, because it was a standard ATX, not a mini, because there were no minis available for what I needed, a Z790. I ended up getting the Lion Lee V100 case, and I ended up buying a new motherboard because although the pins I shorted were just ARGB pins that I didn't need to use, well, I actually do need to use them for this case, but they weren't like a necessity. I still didn't want to end up accidentally like basically shortening the lifespan of everything I had plugged into it. Asus Tough Gaming with Wi-Fi 7 Z790, Core i7, Intel Core i7. I have a 1 terabyte SSD that currently it has my Windows on it, so it's clearly registering, but it's not allowing me to put games on there, so I probably need to go in BIOS and reformat that. 4 gigabyte hard drive, and on top of that I still have a 5 terabyte and 1 terabyte, or 2 terabyte and a 5 terabyte external hard drives. So currently no issue on storage, because that was what ultimately ended up killing my laptop. And 70 Ti, no, 5060? What are you? 5060 Ti graphics card. And this case came with a built-in anti-sag little thing that lifts it up. So, mounted that. I have just a regular low profile CPU cooler, nothing too special, no AIO or anything like that. Yeah, those are the specs. And then plugged into my graphics card is a HDMI to VGA adapter, which is how I'm still running this beautiful CRT screen here. And I've had no issues with it. Of course, it was already functioning before, so, you know, so far, so good. It looks beautiful, and it runs. I haven't had any really input delay or anything like that. The keyboard, I did have to buy an adapter for that as well, because the iMac keyboards from back then, which this one is really pretty because it matches, because obviously I got everything all together in the blueberry, and it is a proprietary USB port, so it has like a little indent on it, so I had to get an adapter. And the only adapters are genuine Apple products. Surprise, surprise. So, yeah. I had to scour the internet for those because now they don't make them anymore because they don't use proprietary cables unless it's like a lightning cable, which it's easy to find a lightning to whatever adapter. On the case, I have set the light settings to go through using the ASUS app because I could not get the Lian Li L3 Connect app to work. People say that's an issue with Windows 11, and the more issues I have, I really feel like I should have asked for Windows 10 instead of Windows 11 because Windows 11 has caused so many problems, including why this video is voiced over in this way, because I can't use any of the footage I had saved up on my camera because my camera records in Dolby surround sound, and Windows 11 said, no, you can't use that. So there's no sound at all now on any of my footage. So that's really cool. And also, yeah, the L3 Connect app also got bricked when Windows 11 came out, allegedly. So, wish I would have got Windows 10. And also, there's a lot more you can do with the aesthetics of your like mouse or like your cursor and the tabs, green and blue, so it fits the aesthetic there. I also have it blue vinyl. I learned this technique from PC Tech on her Aquarium Frutiger Aero PC, and I really wish I would have seen that video before because I probably wouldn't have jumped into a sleeper build straight away if I had seen that as an option for a case. But, you know, you live and you learn, and I thought the sleeper build would have been cooler, to be honest. But maybe someday. Okay. So I have blue vinyl covering the glass on the case, and then I bought some Frutiger Aero stickers from Little Bean Studios, I think, or Little Bean Crafts. I'll put the name on the screen. Yeah, bought some Frutiger Aero stickers and just stuck them on the white parts. I was gonna originally put them like all over the case, on the glass and everything, and get like fish ones, but I just really love the look of the transparent, like completely transparent but blue, because it's just so pretty that way. So I just ended up putting the stickers on the white parts of the glass, and it's pretty minimal, but I think it adds to it quite a bit. I have this little whale that's like completely Frutiger Aero inspired, in my opinion. I got this for $2 at the flea market. Very cool. Just use it as a decoration because it matches. My disc reader is the Q USB in the matching blue and white colorway. You can tell it was really designed to go with these the iMac G3s because it matches. Oh, sorry. Matches perfectly there, and then on top of that, oh yeah, the iMac G3s came with a disk drive, but it was just a disk reader. It wasn't a CDRW, and I would like to burn CDs. Unfortunately, the one I ordered said it came with the wires. It did come with a wire to connect it to the USB, but it did not come with the power cable. So I'm gonna have to scour and find one. Cool shirts. very cool. It's not like, there were more options for desk mats, not only on Cool Shirts, but on Etsy that were even more like Frutiger Aero. But this one specifically had in the product images a G3, so I just thought it was too perfect not to get. So it's from Amazon. I'll have to find the brand, but it's just a white desk, and I liked all the shelf space it had. I have my 3D printer up there, but I still have not figured out the programming I need to download to get that working. To get a motherboard power extension cable, because the cable management, these cables are stretching. The cable management in most cases did not, like, the motherboard cable was never reaching in a million years to the motherboard. It reminds me of my power supply. I also would not recommend getting this one just because of how small it is. It was really annoying to work with. It's the Lian Li 850 watt SF, I believe, and SP 750 V2 gold, or it's 750 watts, sorry, not 850. And the guy recommended it to me because I was doing a sleeper build originally, but even in my sleeper build, it was too small and I had to cut stuff. Yeah. But if you were wondering about the original case, I am going to rebuild it. I have all the original parts. It was in working condition, so I know people are going to be mad at me that I even took it apart in the first place. But it was honestly cheaper to get that one that was working with all the accessories than it would have been to buy a broken one that just like looked awful as well and had already been gutted. But now I can just reassemble it and that'll be cool. And if you want a sleeper build video at some point, like, just let me know. I might try and do it again someday, because I really like the process of building PCs, even though it was kind of frustrating at the time, but that's why I didn't record too much footage of me building it. So, you know to buy, subscribe. See you later, all you haters.